Let's talk about, Austin just said now that Mikel, the captain, a bit of injury worry, fractured right wrist, and it looks like he's going to play regardless with a cast. Would that be a good idea to play in a game that is expected to be very robust, to play a player nursing a wrist injury?
It's the importance of the game. You know, if it was a game that maybe permutations were not needed, we were through or something, definitely he will rest. But it's the importance of the game and the importance of the player. You know, Mikel in that position, sitting in front of the defense, is the best we have right now. And it's not just because he can also try and break tackles. The fact that he has the vision to, see the pitch and throw the passes that are needed. You know, you put in a Joel Obi there or an Anazi or something. Of course, they will try and be effective. They will do the best job they can, but they might not just be as good as Mikel Obi. And if Mikel Obi wants to play that game, if he thinks he has a shot of playing, if he feels somewhat fit, he would want to play. So I think yes, it's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. We've seen it in sports. Players taking injections and stuff, painkillers, just to be able to play a certain game. So yeah.
Okay, risk and worth taking. That's according to Chinasea Ibonya. Let's go now back to Russia and take the pre-match thoughts of Rohr ahead of tomorrow's game against Argentina.
We will play against to win this game. We played against them in the friendly, but there was no Messi when we beat them in Krasnodar 4-2. But we know that we can do it. Now the confidence is coming back, but we stay humble. What I like in my young team is humility, solidarity, fighting spirit, and even if they make mistakes, again a penalty from a young player, and so we had 2 games and 2 penalties against us. These little mistakes are always done by young players who miss experience. I told before the World Cup we are here to learn also. I think this team will be ready in 2022. And this World Cup is coming early, but we have a good chance to win against Argentina.
Yes, Rohr there, quietly confident that Nigeria can beat Argentina tomorrow, even though the Eagles are winless against the Argentines in World Cup history. And I mean, when you go into that game,
law of averages. We've played them 4 times, we've lost 4 times, and all 4 times have been by a single goal.
Margins,
so I think it's about time we get a victory against Argentina.
And this match is being billed as Lionel Messi versus Ahmed Musa.
I love that, I mean, when we talk about Lionel Messi, we talk about Ahmed Musa. It's so interesting to know that Ahmed Musa already scored 2 goals in this tournament. Lionel Messi, okay. Yeah, he's got how many shots on goal? 11.
Yes.
Don't
okay,
don't say anything.
Okay, I shouldn't say.
Wake up.
Okay, you know what? Let's listen to Ahmed Musa, how happy he is. I mean, he has scored 4 goals for Nigeria in the World Cup.
Right.
And funny enough, that's the highest from a Nigerian player.
I think I'm very good in breaking the record. So for me, I feel very happy being the top scorer in the World Cup. It's not that easy, but I have to thank my teammates because they give me all the support and my chief coach here, because if he don't believe in me, he can put me in the pitch. So I thank everybody for the support, and then we make everybody happy today for the winning. But we don't have to think about the winning. We have to think about the last game and focus about the last game. That is more important for now.
Yeah, it's a big one for him, and hopefully he can also score against Argentina tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, because he did it in Brazil 2014. Yeah, twice. I mean, he can also do that. He can score twice, and when you have Otamendi and the likes of those guys make some mistakes and all that, who knows? We can get something out of it, right?
Yes, we can. The Argentine team, where I'm scared of the Argentine team is just in front. You can say they are top heavy because of the likes of Messi, Aguero, Higuain, Dybala, Di Maria. But looking at the midfield, yes, solid but not spectacular. Then the defense too, it's not the best in the world. So I think but I don't want to become a shootout where it's who scores the most and everything. I just think we should also try and be solid. Try and I don't know how do you because Messi, I know Messi will be playing with the Avengers. Messi will want to shut his critics up. We remember the last time he was in this position during the qualifiers, the last game, and before Argentina Argentina won't qualify. And Messi came up with a hat-trick, you know, to help Argentina through to the World Cup finals. So right now, I know he will be a problem.
Okay.
I just don't know how we'll cope with him. Should we put a man on him? Yeah. Should we back the zone? Whatever. I don't know. It's Rohr's headache to solve. Yeah.
To sort out. Austin, if you're still with us, let's come to you straight away now. I mean, how worried are you that Lionel Messi could just have a breakout game tomorrow? I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest players of all time. He's had a very underwhelming World Cup so far.
Yeah, Messi loves it against Nigeria. But look, this World Cup from the start, I said it is going to be a World Cup of upsets. Look, football will tell us where to go. I just know that this Argentine team isn't spectacular. Messi would do his bit as Messi. But when the Nigerian team come out and play as a force, when they play with a purpose, when they play and say to themselves that we have lost 4 times to this Argentinian team at the World Cup, we can't fall for the 5th time. That can motivate them. And that's why I put in that report that Iceland held Argentina and Nigeria beat Iceland. That's enough motivation for them to take and say, look, this team, there's nothing spectacular about it. Let's just play our game. Let's do our things, sustain the momentum from the last match. And Messi will be there, but, I mean, won't do anything. There was an Argentine journalist at the press conference. He said Ahmed Musa is respected in Argentina, that they call Messi Lionel Musa. So, yes, that can also motivate Ahmed Musa tomorrow.
Okay, Austin, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully we can get back, hook up with you tomorrow before the kickoff time. Thank you very much, Austin.
Thank you, guys.
Time to look at the papers now. And let's start with Sporting Life. Predictably, it's all about Nigeria and Argentina tomorrow. Qualification bonus. Eagles to share 362.6 million naira. Each player to get 16 million naira. Sarki's $50,000 shared after Iceland tie. Team to train twice today. Okay, I like that. Team to train twice today. I mean, don't get too carried away by all the monies on offer.
Okay.
One more on Sporting Life before we go to Complete Sport. Okay, that's the confirmation. Rohr Mikel to wear wrist cast against Argentina. While from the Argentina camp, Higuain is being tipped to start ahead of Kun Aguero.
But he's the one that scored for them. All right, let's go to Sporting Sun right now. The next paper for review this morning. Ahead of Nigeria showdown, crisis hits Argentina. Players revolt against Sao Paulo, and of course, Guerrero faces out. So it's our story. Mikel suffers fracture, of course, to wear protective cast. When you talked about Igalo, Argentina clash will be a war. Just win the game already. That's what is important.
Okay.
The next one here, Complete Sport here. Rohr said why Eagles won't play for a draw. Reveals how he convinced Mikel Moses to change rules. That's a good one. That's why he's the coach. So the players will have to listen to him to get a good result.
But I listened to that post-match from Rohr, and he basically suggested he had to implore Moses and Mikel to sacrifice for the team. Shouldn't that have been a straightforward situation? Why did they have to implore them? Moses, you can do this. Can you please come back? I know you want to express yourself as an attacking player, but let's do this. Go to your wing-back position, Mikel. Go to your sixth position. Why does it have to implore players?
It happens everywhere, you know. One job of a manager is to manage the players. Okay. There are lots of egos in the dressing room and everything. So the bottom line is getting them to do what you want them to do. However approach you take in making it happen, you know, I'm not really bothered about it. The bottom line is them doing what you want them to do. It becomes a problem when you tell them you want them to do something and at the end of the day you're not getting your way. That is when it becomes a problem for me. But however tactics you employ, whether you cajole them or you order them or you force them, however you do it, but as long as you get them playing the way you want and what you want, and if it works for you, because at the end of the day, also have to look at team spirit, you know, in the camp and how everybody is related, because it's also very important for the progress of the team. So I don't really care as long as he was able to get them to play the positions that they need.
That's what matters. Yes. And justifies the means.
Which is really cool. And this one, Spain bank on Diego Costa to deliver goals.
Of course.
They don't have a choice, especially that game between Spain and Morocco. We know Morocco, they've been very unlucky at this tournament, so maybe they can just spoil the party.
Could it be
Yes,
spoilers?
it's very possible. You know, it's very possible. The Moroccan team is not a bad team at all. We've seen what they've been able to offer at the World Cup. You could say maybe they've been a bit unfortunate against Portugal. They should have gotten at least a point in that game, from that game, but it didn't happen for them. So yes, the Spanish team also saw them against Portugal. We saw them against Iran, where they struggled before they could get that goal off a deflection. So yes, anything could happen. Morocco can go out there and pull a surprise. It's the same Moroccan team that went to Ivory Coast and beat Ivory Coast together, to qualify for the World Cup. So nothing is beyond them. They are a very good side, young players, disciplined players, skillful players to likes of ZH and the rest of them. So
interesting. Okay. We'll see how that one pans out. Chinaslia, thank you very much for coming on the show. And just a very interesting one here on Sports and Life. Pogba saying it's going to be difficult against Nigeria in the round of 16. Interesting to see Nigeria's going through already.
He would rather Nigeria than Argentina. Basically, he would rather Nigeria than Argentina.
Thank you, Chinaslia.
That was a pleasure.
I think I love that.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you for watching. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tayo Salam.